I was meditating on this reading earlier, and it's that everyone right now is in a huge transitional place. Collectively, we are analyzing the world that we just came from with Pluto and Capricorn, and analyzing the world that we're going into with Pluto and Aquarius, and there's so many options and things that need to happen that we are dreaming up right now. It's really important right now that we're very impeccable with our word and with the ideas that we're coming up with, that we're not limiting ourselves and that we're not setting up paradigms we don't want to walk into, because that's what we're doing right now. We're laying and planting seeds for a new world, a new paradigm. So don't limit yourself. Don't satirically joke about the way that things have been going, because I know that it's been really rough for everyone this last few years. A lot of things have broken down and things have changed, and yes, it's good to laugh at those things, but we don't want to be too satirical about it. And I mean that in the sense that we really need to be, like I said, impeccable with the way that we are manifesting these seeds for the future. You want to make sure that you are very clear in your vision. Be aware of this process right now. Like, if you could plant a seed that could grow into anything you want, what would you grow? Think about that right now. You can grow anything you want. This is incredibly fertile soil that we are in. That is our challenge. Our only challenge is to envision the greatest thing ever. So it's really a beautiful opportunity right now. We've had so much intuitive insight coming into us to awaken who we truly are, to remind us who we truly are, that we are those creators, that we are powerful manifestors, and that our words and actions manifest this world around us. And we're so lucky right now to have this opportunity. Don't feel burdened with the opportunity to create a new world. I know that we are all working really hard right now to create a new world for ourselves, and there's so many options, and it feels like so much has fallen away and broken, and we are stepping into this completely new. It's so important for us right now to be vulnerable with each other and to be open and authentic with each other, to be open and authentic with ourselves, and to honestly inventory and imagine what could be beautiful, what needs to go, what do we love. Don't be afraid to show what you love. Don't be afraid to stop things that have been really toxic for you and for the collective. We are all letting go of ideas, values, traditions, all these external things that are in the world are changing right now. The culture is changing. We are creating a new culture. That is so beautiful. That is so monumental, and we have so many tools available to us right now. We have the old world manual tools available to us, as well as this new world Aquarian electrical age available to us, and we are that synergy point, that synthesis point between the old world and the new world, where we see what actually is so essential from nature and from our primal state, and from our primal from all the thousands of years, millennia of humans existing. What do we take from that? What is essential? What resonates with our heart and gives us strength to move forward? And how can we responsibly integrate our new knowledge and our new technologies in a way that really does serve our needs? What are our needs as humans? What do we need? We need connection. we need food, we need shelter. All of these things are changing. The way that we create these things is changing. So be very compassionate with other people and yourself about treading this new path, and being sensitive about people are letting go of a lot of things right now. And as well, be brave and bold to just create that beautiful new thing. Just say what needs to be said and untangle yourself from external old routines and paradigms that are just cluttering your space, and really discipline yourself to create new ones that honor, rather than your hunger, previous hunger for, like, you know, external validation. You know, like, I think that we're all maturing right now in a way that we're learning how to meet our needs in a way that is truly intelligent, in the sense that we get to integrate, like I said, all of these different resources. And it's a wonderful opportunity, as I said, for us to release the things that are not serving us and to go into a new world that is truly what we want. We actually really do have that opportunity now. That's just what I see. I mean, I know it might sound corny, but it's gonna take a while, and I think a lot of us are afraid of what could happen. But we are all having our world turned upside down right now, all of us. And embrace the new perspective. All of those old wounds that are like confused right now, take some time to meditate with them and bring them into the here and now. Give them the affirmation that everything is okay, that you are so loved, that you are so valuable, and you do not need anything external from you to validate that. Addictions, people that don't serve you, jobs, all that stuff that is putting you back into a place where you are not creating, but just kind of filling a place or being a number. I think it's so important for us to get out of that mentality of that our voice doesn't matter, or that we are just some sort of like clerk or something like that. We are being called to create something so much more authentic, so much more useful for the deeper needs of humanity than that. It's gonna take, this whole transit of Pluto going through Aquarius is about 20 years. And if you think about what the world was like 20 years ago, it was very, very different. And it's going to be very, very different in another 20 years. And this is a beautiful time period for us to honestly eradicate so much darkness and negativity that is trying to follow us into this era. That we have an opportunity to look at it and weed it out and bring it into the light and say, what is this about? How can we use this in a way that is productive? How can we more genuinely connect with each other? I feel like genuine human connection is the most important thing in this world. I recently heard someone say that the only thing they have been caring about recently is human connection, and it has changed their life so much. And I thought about that and I realized how much more I was focused on everything else around me, everything else in my life, except for human connection. It's so important. And that's what Aquarius teaches us. Aquarius is that connection that you feel with another human in an instant when you communicate an idea and they understand it. It's that movement forward that happens. And that's only possible when you are not afraid to be yourself, when you're not afraid to be seen. It takes so much courage. And I think that there's a lot that we have in our minds allowed us to feel like it's in the way, or there's something not good enough about us. There's been so many stories. There's so many stories that we tell ourselves that keep us stuck in any kind of stagnancy. So Aquarius is lightning. Aquarius is healing. It's the future. It's breaking up stagnancy, and it's bringing in something new and beautiful. And it's saying, hey, it's okay. Just break away. It's gonna keep going on. That's what we're doing right now as a collective. We're all waking up. We're all like, oh my God, that was so traumatizing. Who am I again? Oh, the world is around me. I can feel my heart beating. I can feel my breath. Someone else is sitting across the room looking at me, having the same experience. That's what we need to do for this next 20 years. We need to focus on human connection, because that is the compass that tells us what to leave behind and what to bring. It's the human heart. And our hearts will guide us. Our hearts will tell us. Our hearts know. So, as much as we have so many things in front of us, there's so much that the collective is going to do. There's so many options available to the collective right now. There's so much that's being hidden, so much that will be revealed, so much that we have to decide. We have to make a lot of decisions in this next 20 years as a collective as far as how we want things to look. And that happens in our everyday decisions and our own life. How we continue to live our life, how we continue to show up for the people that we love, how we continue to show up for ourselves. That's how the collective shifts, is by shifting the way that you show up for yourself every single day, and shifting the way that you show up for other people every single day, in the way that you allow yourself to live, allow yourself to perceive this world. We get to make decisions based off of that. And the best way for us to step into that is to accept and love ourselves for our own unique individuality, and remember that we are all valuable. You are valuable, incredibly valuable. To someone in this world, you are so, so valuable. And to someone else, you have a value that you don't even know you have yet. Uranus is in Taurus right now, and it's also approaching Jupiter, or should we say Jupiter is approaching it. And so this is reminding us that in this huge era that we're entering, this next 20-year era, it is all about your value, because that's what Taurus is about. It's about what we build right now. Our physical world around us, our sanctuary, and our value. What do you value? How do you show that? Do you take care of the things that you value? Do you remember your value? Remember that, and don't be afraid to be yourself in front of other people. Don't be afraid to let them see who you truly are. I think that there's a mirage that we're all letting go of. We've all created a mirage of who we want to be. And that is fading fast. We can all see through it. You can all see through your mirage. You can all see through my mirage. And that is what we're letting go of, because it's what's behind the mirage that we're connecting to. That's what we're learning how to do. We're learning how to connect to that part. So let go of your mirage, okay? Whatever it is, you know, it might be something that's beautiful and like maybe your style and stuff like that. You don't have to let go of that, but like, don't hide who you behind it anymore. Allow it to present you instead of hide you, obscure you. Don't hide anymore. Just bring your full self and bravely receive that love from others. That's also something that's difficult for us, that we're learning how to do. It's like, oh my God, really? You actually praising me? Actually recognizing and seeing me? Wow, that's an amazing feeling. It's tingly. It's like something that we have like rushed through so many times, where we're like, okay, let's get to the point, or let me keep going here. And it's like, just kind of revel in that. We're just kind of learning how to really feel this connection between each other and be nourished by it. It's going to be beautiful. This is really a beautiful, beautiful time for us to, as a collective, paint and create a beautiful new reality. And I think that we can authentically honor our full selves and, you know, our history, all that we are. It can have a space. Everything wants to be acknowledged in this world. So we're acknowledging it and appropriately letting go when needed, and leaning into the excitement and the curiosity and feeling safe there and receiving that excitement and that love, and allowing it to going into that space and planting our seeds there. Being like, okay, now I'm gonna bravely put my vision here. I feel great, and I'm going to just maybe sprinkle in a little bit of what I'm dreaming of, you know? So bravely creating new dreams, but guys and babes, I'm excited. I hope to see you guys soon. All right, bye. Yay.